I've been with RLI for about 5.5 years. And the first time I came, they finally put together for me that whole idea that God is not selective. I wanted desperately all my life to love God, but the God I'd always learned about was arbitrary. And if it's His will to heal you, you'll be healed. And I thought that was not very nice, that God was like that. And I came to RLI and I learned that that was a lie. And that was one of the most freeing things ever, was to realize that God wanted this for me. I had to figure out how to get there. And walked in a lot of victory for a long time. Last year, this past 2014, has been a rough year. And Kathy's talk on fear was really helpful, because when she was talking about her son constantly jumping out at her, and so when she doesn't see him jumping out, she expects that he's about to. And I thought, that's how the enemy works, and that's how he had been working in me. And so much of my forgiveness within my own family had been for unredeemed people. And as I forgave them and they began to be redeemed, I found that I was furious with them for now no longer being the rotten person that I'd forgiven. Now I had to figure out how to get along with them as nice people. And believe it or not, that's really difficult when you've been hurt by somebody for a very long time. And then understanding God's timing in that. And so I had a lot of bitterness to get rid of, and that's been incredible, just letting that go, the bitterness and the fear that went with all of that. And God has been saying to me, I went to the banquet this year. The last 2 years I've gone to the banquet. The first year I did exactly what you're not supposed to do, which is wrote my check before Michael prayed. And then God said, that's not the right amount. Tear that one up, and it's going to be 4 times that size. Tore it up and wrote it. The next year I thought, well, I'll write the check for the same amount. And God said, no, you're going to be a monthly partner. And okay, that's what I'll do. This year, when I came, God just kept saying, I want you. And I kept saying, what does that mean? What does that mean? Well, within 3 days, my life really kind of fell apart. And all I had left to hang on to was God. And so this year, or this January, it's really become apparent that not only does he want me, but he's kind of my only option. So, I mean, I guess that makes my choices easier. But I finally dropped a lot of the other things I was doing and decided ministry school is where I wanted to be. I came to the conference because a dear friend is here. I wasn't actually going to come, and I thought, well, I need to make him feel comfortable, so I would come to the conference. Again, God's timing is not ours, but when he says, I want you, he's going to get you. And so I just, you all yell freedom, and I feel like, ooh, freedom is such a temporary thing for me because I was there. But victory is something we constantly arrive at. It's where we're always going to be when we're walking with Christ. It's where the Holy Spirit wants us. It's who we are in Jesus. We are victors. And so, can we please have victory when I hold up the sword?